Okay, so let's talk about the law of sines. Okay, so the law of sines is a law that we can use to solve particular triangles, okay, that are not right triangles. Okay, so let's develop what this is. Okay, so let's take this triangle here and we're going to draw an altitude to the base, right? So we're going to draw an altitude, so a perpendicular. Okay, now, so how do we deal with, in this case here, let's label each of the corners. So let's call this C, let's call this A, and let's call this B, and let's call this D. Okay, so now, and let's call this distance H. Since this is an altitude, it's the height of the rectangle, or the height of the triangle. Okay, now, what can we say about angle A? Okay, well, what's the sine of angle A? So we've got a right triangle, so we can use trigonometric functions. So what is sine A in this case? Well, sine A is equal to what? H over C, right? This is a right triangle. There's the hypotenuse. This is opposite, and this is the adjacent. Well, we don't need the cosine. We're not talking about cosine, so we just care about sine. So H over C. All right, good. Now, what else can we say? Well, what about sine C? Well, sine C is going to be H over A. So sine C is going to be H over A. And then, of course, sine B, well, we can't really do sine B. We'll get to sine B in a moment. But I'll show you how we can get that. But let's deal with these two. Well, let's solve for H. H is what's in common here, so let's solve H for H. So that means H is equal to what? C times the sine of A, but H, based on the second equation, is also equal to what? A sine C. Now, these are two equal to each other. So they're both equal to H, which means this is equal to this. So that means that C sine A is equal to A sine C. Well, guess what? Now, what does that give us? That tells us that what? If I divide both sides by A and both sides by C, what do you get? You get sine A over A is equal to sine C is over C. And now, guess what? We can then, to finish off the law of sines, all we have to do is take our altitude here and draw another altitude from C to this side and do the same thing, and we'll connect angle A to angle B, and we'll have the full thing. And we'll end up with the third piece, which is sine B over B. And so this is the law of sines, okay? That the sine of an angle divided by the opposite side to that angle is proportional to the sine of the other angles divided by their corresponding opposite side. Okay, so this is the law of sines, and this will be what we can use to help solve oblique triangles. Have a great day.